Welcome back to the Recon Reviewers. Today we are watching Trapped in Paradise from 1994, starring Nicolas Cage, John Lovitz, and Dana Carvey.
This is quite the all-star cast for comedians back then. Dana Carvey you'll know from Wayne's World.
Yeah, as Garth. It starts off with a nice Christmas family dynamic, given a nice tone. Oh, somebody dropped a wallet.
Uh-oh. Nice.
Nicolas Cage scoops it up.
I mean, why not?
And his conscience getting to him.
I have been put in this position before. Granted, it was for like $40, and I was only like 12 years old, but yeah.
$40 when you're 12 years old can get you a long way.
Yeah.
Then it comes back to the money.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is definitely one of those actors that's got quite an interesting catalog.
Father, I did, eventually. I'm really not that much different than my two brothers.
Speaking of which, have you seen tonight's paper?
But here he finds out that his brothers are actually up for parole.
Just before Christmas.
Big trouble now.
Do me a favor. Get yourself something nice. Thank you.
And he tips the jailer.
Hey, Bill, how are you?
Such a class act.
Whatever it is, the answer's no.
In a way, it's a modern take on the Three Wise Men, but instead it's more like the Three Wise Guys.
Yeah, wise guys.
Their chemistry is very Three Stooges related.
Hey, Bill, you think this Greg can make it on down to Pennsylvania? I got this friend in prison. He's practically on his deathbed. He asked me to do him this favor, and he gave me a letter explaining everything. It'll make you cry. Well, I knew you'd react like that. That's why I got another copy for your future perusal.
Nice.
He made a copy of a letter written by somebody else. He literally has to baby his own brothers. It is a very nice dynamic, because Nicolas Cage trying to be on the straight and narrow. His one brother, Dana Carvey here, is just constantly stealing everything. Complete kleptomaniac.
That's some interesting stunts.
Freeze, goddammit! Let's shoot!
That's just his driver's license.
Get the car and pick up this scum!
Dropped your wallet at the scene of the crime. I'm here to rescue you. Just calm down. Oh, no. You think we should stay out of New York altogether? Ma, it's Christmas Eve, and we go down the road to Pennsylvania, and Alvin and I could do that favor for our friend and his daughter.
What I'd like to do is go back home. You set me up.
Come on, now would I do that to you?
Dave, I know how your mind works. And the whole time, you stand there with this who me expression on your face!
And he's
doing it right now.
He's just
All right,
doing it
get in
right
the
now.
car.
Another movie that took place in Pennsylvania during the winter season was Groundhog Day with Bill Murray.
Oh, totally. Punxsutawney.
What are you here for, the Winterfest?
Yeah, that, and we're looking for a Sarah Mizuchi.
As a matter of fact, the only Sarah I know is, she works right there.
The town bank. Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that.
The guard is asleep and the camera is unplugged. They're casing the joint and he is literally just eating the ornaments off the Christmas tree. She literally has to treat him like a child. I love it.
Sarah Collins.
This is Madchen Amick.
Are you married?
She is
Why, are you gonna propose?
mostly known nowadays for being Betty's mother
Do I know
out of
you?
the show Riverdale.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm Bill.
I've seen a few episodes of
I
that.
apologize for
I
my
like
brother.
Skeet
He's,
Ulrich.
He's a diabetic, and we were afraid he was gonna go into insulin shock, you know. So I said, hey, why don't you go and find yourself something sweet?
Another Christmas
It was nice
movie
meeting
that
you.
Nicolas
Yes, it was
Cage
nice
has
meeting you.
done
Nice meeting
was
you.
The Family Man.
Yeah,
The
what?
movie was
I got
actually
eyes.
comparable
I know
to
you.
It's a Wonderful Life, where he
What?
actually gets
I
a
ain't
glimpse
doing it.
of
I'm
what
good.
his life could have been like if he was married.
There's no money in the vault.
And what have we here?
$275,000. Would you mind signing here, Mr. Anderson?
right?
Yeah, boys.
Alvin, come on.
In summary of the movie, it's nice to have a Christmas movie that actually just breaks out away from the Hallmark traditions. It has to be this clean. It doesn't have to be necessarily violent. The language doesn't need to be all over the place. It's still just come across with being very funny.
Yeah, this was a really fun movie to watch.
The pacing itself felt it went by very quickly.
It did, yeah. It was about an hour and a half long, I think.
Definitely hats off to the writing, the characters, the directing. It all came together so beautifully. The shots just didn't feel like they were in the way. We saw everything that we needed to see. And at one point, did I ever feel like my time was being wasted? The movie slowed down. It constantly progressed at a very nice pace.
Yeah, I think so too. There were a lot of interactions between the brothers that just made it so much fun to watch. And I think, like you had mentioned earlier about all the other background characters or side characters, they always had something funny to say.
This is a very good example of where good writing can give you. It isn't just primary characters that can actually make and define the film. It's the side characters as well, because you can't just have 3 or 4 main characters constantly just having dialogue, because otherwise it can be good in some settings. It would have to depend on, is it a biopic? Is the movie just about just this one character? But no, it's literally about these main characters and all their cause and effect with all of the characters that surround them, ultimately, that can affect their decision making in the end.
And where can people watch this movie today?
It felt very classy.
Well, we hope that you guys enjoyed this one.
This has been Trapped in Paradise. Thank you for watching the Recon Reviewers. Catch us on the next one.